Frank Lincoln Wright was born in Richland Center, Wisconsin on July 8, 1867, to William and Anna Wright. Frank had a chaotic childhood. Eventually his parents split up, and Frank replaced his middle name with his mother's family name, Lloyd. When Frank was 18 years old, he decided to become an architect. He attended college for 2 semesters, then went to help rebuild Chicago, which had been devastated by a fire in 1871. He got a job as a draftsman for Adler and Sullivan, and eventually was promoted to head draftsman. During this time, Wright built his first home in Oak Park and began doing his own work. Wright always hated the status quo, and from early on in his career, wanted to create an American architecture. During the Oak Park years, from around 1900 to 1909, Wright began creating what would become known as prairie houses. The most famous of these was the Robie House, built during 1908 and 1909 for Frederick Robie. In 1932, Wright created the Taliesin Fellowship, where young architects could come to study under Wright's mentorship. Students had to pay $650 per year and were required to do at least 4 hours of labor per day. They studied poetry, drama, and music, as well as architecture, and helped to rebuild and run the Taliesin West estate. Wright did some of his most influential work during the Taliesin years. Arguably, his most famous private and commercial structures were designed and built between 1936 and 1939. The first was the magnificent Falling Water, which was completed in 1938. Falling Water was Wright's answer to the European international style, which he initially hated. Wright eventually gave in to the popularity of the international style and decided that he would show the world how to do it properly. Falling Water has been called the greatest work of American architecture and was made a National Historic Landmark in 1966. The second structure that helped catapult Wright into even greater heights during this period was the Johnson Wax headquarters, which was completed in 1939. The Johnson Wax building was designed without windows and was instead lit from above through a roof entirely made of glass tubing, which leaked badly when it rained. It also had no interior walls. Herbert Johnson, who commissioned the structure, said that when the project started, Wright was working for me. Then we were working together. By the end, I was working for him. The Johnson Wax Administrative Building and Research Tower became a National Historic Landmark in 1976. Wright never felt he had an opportunity to truly leave his mark on the world of architecture until 1943, when he received a letter asking him to design a structure to house a large collection of modern and abstract art. Wright, who ironically did not like abstract art, jumped at this opportunity. Over the next 15 years, Wright designed and fought to have the museum built. Wright said he had always wanted to do a spiral and used this opportunity to make it a reality. On October 21, 1959, the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum opened its doors on 5th Avenue in Manhattan. Neither Solomon R. Guggenheim nor Frank Lloyd Wright were there to see it. Frank Lloyd Wright died on April 9, 1959, at the age of 91, 6 months before the museum opened. During his career, Wright designed homes, offices, churches, schools, skyscrapers, hotels, museums, and even a gas station, often designing every element of the interior and exterior of his buildings, including the furniture, silverware, and even stationery. Wright's innovative and unique style has made him one of the most celebrated and iconic architects of all time.